Hey, this is JC with the 510 Radio on the 510.com. I'm here with the one and only Mr. Party Hard himself, Andrew A.W.K, who just came off the stage, by the way.
Yes, it was. Wow, I'm still catching my breath. I mean, what a show! What a party! Really, what a way to start this Party Messiah tour. I'm just blown away. I'm actually, with all due respect to our listeners here, I'm a little kept from speech. I'm speechless.
Yeah, for people that can't see, Andrew is very wet because for whatever reason, it is hotter than Hades here in Portland. We are getting a heat wave, and so you're dripping in sweat, which is a sight to be seen.
It is quite warm. Yeah.
But amazing show, so much energy, just because you're not touring with your band this time.
No, this is a different tour. Now I've done solo shows. Well, actually, before I even, ever met my band, I was doing solo shows, and it's a style of performing that I don't know. I just wanted to stay close to it. It's vulnerable. It's risky. It's challenging for sure. It's demanding, especially physically. But there's an intensity that you reach when you're up there and all you have is yourself or just the folks that are with you at that moment in the room. I kind of felt like tonight, especially like the whole crowd, whoever came into the room with me, whether they're an audience member or a bartender or a security guard or a sound man or, my right-hand man, Blakey Boy, we're all the band. It's like it's a room full of people trying to have fun, and I am one of them. And I like that feeling of, like we're all in the band tonight. Tonight, everybody was in the band, not just me, but everyone in the room.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. The last time you and I spoke, you were doing a tour with the Calder Quartet, and we spoke in San Francisco, and it was a lot of fun. And really, not a lot has happened. I think you released an EP since then.
Yeah, I guess not much music releases and whatnot. Yeah, I guess that was it, yeah.
Are we getting new stuff from Andrew A.W.K anytime soon?
I don't know. That's not really up to me at this point, for better or worse. I'm sort of at the mercy. Well, I don't want to say the mercy. I'm at the direction of, other forces, not people, but just other powers that be there, and I'm doing what they ask humbly for me to do, and I humbly oblige, and everything's worked out so far, and I can't complain.
Let's talk a little bit about that for a second, because you're very deceptive a bit when you're talking about some of these things, and
well, it's not. I'm not. And thank you for saying that. I'm not choosing. I really, with
I'm trying to be diplomatic, Andrew.
And you are. I don't want to be. The last thing I would ever want anyone to say, again, with all due respect to you, I would never want to be seen as deceptive. I'm, imagine my situation here. I'm trying to play, a very specific. I don't want to say it's a game, but.
No, I'm trying to say it's a game, Andrew.
Well, no, there's just different. I'm trying to do the right thing and do right by, a lot of folks beyond myself, and it's I don't want to say it's complicated. It's just it is what it is.
Yeah. So there's whole websites devoted specifically to this whole Steev Mike thing, and whether or not Andrew A.W.K is just a stage name. And let me just be clear here. It's entertainment. Everybody gets it. You're in the entertainment industry. But there's just so much ambiguity behind it. Is there ever going to be a time where you sit down and you clear the air? Because every interview you've done about this, it's very sort of vague, and I can't really speak about it.
I realize, for a lot of folks listening, if you're listening to this right now, believe me, I feel the same way that our very humble and gracious host feels. I feel the same way as I imagine some of the listeners do. I would like to be able to say these things. There's things like legal agreements. If you've ever heard of a gag order, you can imagine my frustration. One, for having gone through any of these things, which in the big picture are nothing. They're just completely, it's just nonsense. It's nothing compared to the trials and tribulations of so many folks around the world. This is just complete, just trivial activity.
Well, I wanted you to have a venue, and a stage, so to speak, a virtual stage, so to speak, to sit here and go, this is what's up. This is what I can say. This is what I can't say.
I can tell you, I made promises to people, and I've tried to tell that to people time and time again. That's the last thing I really have at this point.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing I've had for several years now is my word. When I make a promise to someone, I make it's to myself, it's to my mom, it's to my dad. My word, that's all you have.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So I signed up for this. And I made promises very early on. I mean, this, I can only imagine what this sounds like to someone. It's all just so silly.
It's okay, Andrew. I'll play it back for you.
No, it's just it's contracts and agreements, and there's nothing. I can say this: there's nothing evil or sinister or dark or bad or malevolent going on here. This is just. As far as I'm aware, par for the course, just business stuff,
Yeah, no, I get it. So what's next for you? I looked at your tour schedule, and it's fucking just crazy. It's very lengthy. It looks like you're out on the road for quite a long time.
Not that long. I mean,
no?
we were going to go for a 16-year tour, which would have taken us into.
16.
Well, it sounds funny now, but we think ahead.
No, it's good. It's good to have a plan. It's good to be to think ahead.
So we were trying to go for 2029, I guess, and we kind of pulled back and thought like, well, who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, what if the Mayans were right? It would have fucked up 8 years of your scheduling.
I think that's all just that stuff. Who knows? But I just between me and the folks that I work with, we thought like, well. There's a lot of things we could do, so let's just like scale back a little bit, and go for the next few days here, and we just wanted to make this year a year of performing and partying as always, and hopefully energize our core for the coming weeks after this.
That's awesome. You have a huge social media presence. You're on Facebook, Twitter. I don't know if you're on Instagram. I haven't found you on Instagram yet, but
I'm on there. Yeah.
Are you really? That's awesome. Is that something that's important to you to connect with your fans?
Oh, I always like the computer.
Yeah.
Always.
So you're just on the computer constantly.
Well, I mean, I there's times on I guess on the airplanes and in certain situations. You don't have reception and things like that. You can do your best. But, even talk about airplanes, they're getting more Wi-Fi on those planes every day. I mean... so
it's just making it easier.
Yeah, except for takeoff and landing, you pretty much have the ability to connect right there. I always thought that's the extension of the human spirit. That's the computer is, and what people refer to as social media or all that. You know what? I saw the dictator in Syria make a kind of insulting comment about many insulting comments, but one especially about our government and how they engage their constituents using social media. And I thought that was just a real mark of a dictator, someone that didn't understand or appreciate the ability to communicate using these new technologies. And to me, it's a party. That really is the party. This is a way to talk and hang out and have fun with folks all around the world. If you don't have the ability to travel there or everywhere else instantaneously, here's this computer that can allow you to do that.
You have some of the most rabid fans that I've ever seen of any artist. And so I'm glad that you have found a venue to connect with them. It's awesome.
Well, I feel the same way. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I will let you go because it is sweltering balls in here, and I don't want to take up any more of your time. But I appreciate you coming back on the show. It's been amazing as usual.
Well, thank you so much for the times before this and for being here tonight. And it has been very intense, but it's been wonderful. And just because life is intense doesn't mean it's not wonderful. So keep life intense and don't don't be numb. Be happy. Be sad. Be very excited. Be very angry. But just don't be complacent.
I agree with that.
Party hard.
Andrew, thank you, sir.
Thank you.